Oh, Estelle, Joshua. You've been here the whole time. Ah, it's Zin. Zin! Whoa, now that's the stuff. You're drunk? Oops, sorry. And hey, if it ain't my favorite gorgeous officer lady. Nice, some luck that we meet up again, eh? I suppose. So, what's going on? Are my students here causing any trouble? Students? No, it's just that they were in the maids' quarters for a while. I merely wanted to know their business, simply as a security precaution. Yeah, I totally got you. I just sent them off to find some munchies to go with my booze. Hey Joshua, you kids find anything to eat? No, the cooks aren't back yet, I guess. We went to estimate if there was any way we could get our hands on something, but no luck. Oh well, I'll have to do without, I guess. Hey, I just had a great idea. You wanna come and join me for a drink? I mean, hey, nothing goes with a drinking like a beautiful lady. I'm afraid I'm busy, so I'll have to decline your generous offer. I apologize for the misunderstanding, but I would advise you to return to your room and remain there for the rest of the night. I have to investigate any suspicious activity, you understand. Of course. It is late. We should probably just go to bed. Haha, very good then. Now, if you'll excuse us. Wow, that was a close one. Ah, denied. Oh well, might as well just go back to the room. Right. We'll go with you. Looks like we managed to convince her at least. What? Zin, aren't you drunk? I was acting drunk. I haven't had a single drop. No way, your face had even gone all red. He focused on making his blood circulate better, which made it look like he was intoxicated. It's done with some kind of Eastern martial arts breathing exercise, right? Huh? I'm surprised you're familiar with it. But hey, you seem to be in a tight spot, so I figured I'd distract everyone. Nice, huh? Saved your bacon, as the saying goes. You are an evil, evil man, Zin. Okay, sure, you did help us out, but you also surprised the hell out of me. Haha, sorry about that. So, what's the story? What story? I would have thought it'd be obvious. The story of you meeting with the Queen. Whoa, wait, what? How did you know? Did Alden tell you something about this? Actually, I couldn't get him to tell me anything. But now I know anyway, don't I? Without prior knowledge, there's no way you could have just guessed. So how did you really know? Haha, I guess it's finally time to show you this. Zin produced a letter from his pocket and handed it to Estelle and Joshua. What's this? I know this handwriting. Well, don't just stand there, read it. It'll explain a lot. Okay. Dear Zin Vashek, I hope this letter finds you well. I know I've been out of touch. I'm in a hurry, so I hope you'll pardon my bluntness. My work concerning the Jaggers is leading me into Imperial territory. However, due to the fact that unusual forces seem to be influencing matters inside Liberal, I feel uneasy being absent for so long. This is why I must ask a favor of you. Could I persuade you to come to Liberal and help out if they need it? Since you haven't been to Liberal before, perhaps you can think of it as a recreation trip. There's a martial arts competition before the Queen's birthday celebration, and foreigners can participate. It would make fine camouflage. I realize that this is sudden, but if you can do it, I would be most grateful. I'm intending to return to Liberal before the festival, so hopefully we'll be able to have a drink together when I return. Cautious Sprite. P.S. You may have the chance to meet my son and daughter. They're currently apprentices at the guild, so if you happen to meet them, feel free to test the extent of their training. Try not to bail them out too much, unless it seems like they really need it. So Dad actually asked you to come to Liberal, which means he's in Erebonian now. That's the long and short of it. The long and short of it. What it means that you were in cahoots with him all along. That's kind of a nasty way to put it, don't you think? I owed Master Cautius a favor from the time he spent in Calvard. This letter just gave me the chance to make us square again, I suppose. When did you realize that we were his kids? I had a feeling from the outset, once I saw Estelle's techniques with the bow staff. I asked Kalika about it, and that confirmed it. It would be nice if you had said something about it all. We've been worried sick, wondering where Dad's been. I know, and I'm really sorry I haven't said anything, but I got the impression from the letter that he was trying to keep his whereabouts a secret. Still, you're definitely his kids, all right. If you can pull off a job as big as sneaking an audience with the Queen, I suppose so. He knows this much. It wouldn't hurt to tell him everything, alright? I agree. It'd probably be best to fill us in on everything. It is a bit far-fetched to say that we could put an end to this whole situation on our own, after all. Estelle and Joshua told of how they had managed to speak directly with the Queen, as well as the Queen's request to safely rescue Princess Claudia. I see. I thought something seemed a little off when everyone was talking at the party. Alright then, I'll help you out with that little request. What, you will? Yep, I think this is the ideal opportunity to settle my debt to Master Cautius. Please, let me help. We'd be glad to. Thank you once again. What is this place? I never would have imagined that something like this even existed. Haha, it's larger than I expected. Lieutenant Lawrence, if you'd be so kind as to show us the way to the lowest level. Yes, sir. Whoa! Is that some kind of mechanical monster? Well, so these must be the Archasms. Holy shit! He took out that thing in one stroke! Haha, you were the quickest to react. You are indeed truly a force to be reckoned with when you don't hold back. You flatter me, sir. Your quick-draw technique as well was quite remarkable to behold. I can see that you've studied under the Divine Blade himself. I am humbled. Haha, I still have a ways to go before I can really humble anyone, I'm afraid. But time waits for no man. The skills I possess now will have to be enough. My strength may be meager, but I must forge this kingdom's future with my own two hands. My brave man, the way to the ultimate power is open. A bright new dawn approaches for our beloved Liberal. I expect only the best of each of you. By your order, sir, we of the Special Ops will work as one for the Colonel. For the glory of Liberal! For the glory of Liberal! I understand the situation. You've both performed admirably. I'm amazed that you were able to deliver the Professor's message to Her Majesty in person. Ha ha ha! We just got lucky is all. The real question is, how much longer is luck going to be on our side? Yes, we're really going to have to stay focused. If you understand that already, then there's nothing more that I need to tell you. In any case, we can consider Professor Russell's request to be fulfilled. Please accept this as compensation for a job well done. Right on. Now then, Zin, it was pure providence that Cautius invited you here. We need the help of an A-ranked bracer like yourself. No need to even ask. Even if I didn't have a debt to repay to Cautius, I couldn't possibly stand by idly in a situation like this. I'm with you until the end. I knew we could count on you, Zin. By the way, what's this A-ranked bracer business? It's a rank that signifies a full-fledged bracer's full power. There are 7 ranks, ranging from G to the bottom, up to A at the top. So he's the highest rank you can get. Wow, I never knew you were such a badass, Sin. Haha, well I may be an A-ranked, but I'm still an underling, so to speak. There are 20 A ranks across the continent, but above that, there is an informal S rank. That one's only granted to bracers who successfully resolve issues on a national scale. And there are only 4 of those on the entire continent. Whoa, I'm not sure I even want to think about what they can do. You really don't know any of this stuff, do you? One of those four is Master Cautius. What? Okay, Joshua, you're not going to tell me you knew about this already, right? Right? Sorry, but yes, I did. He solved a major case for the Republic about 5 years ago. I swear, it's hardly worth even getting upset about anymore. Royal Army soldier, hidden hero, divine blade, S-rank bracer. If he's really so damned awesome, then it sure would be nice if he'd come back and take care of this case. Haha, you may be right. If you were with us, perhaps this would never have escalated to the point where a coup d'etat was even possible. Joshua, what's wrong? Just thinking about how strange this is. This whole chain of events apparently started with Dad going off on his trip. It's as if whoever planned this coup was waiting for him to be gone. At least, it's just the impression I have. Oh. So what you're saying is that the coup was planned around his departure for the Empire. Am I correct? No, I'm sure that would be overthinking things. I can't think of anyone who could possibly manipulate Dad like that without him noticing he was being used. They'd have to know him and his behavior patterns exponentially well to be able to pull it off. Well, yeah. I never knew what he was up to, even though he was so close. I don't think that Colonel Richard could have ever managed to pull the wool over his eyes. More likely that's just two major events happened to overlap with each other. Regardless of the circumstances, we cannot currently rely on Cautius to help. Therefore, I am resolved to prepare for the worst. I believe that an emergency conference of the Grand Cell branch of the Bracers Guild is called for. Huh? All other things being equal, we have a request that comes directly from Her Majesty the Queen. The third article of the Bracers Code states that we shall never act in a fashion that interferes with the government. We cannot ignore Her Majesty's request, however, so we must act, but we're no match for the Royal Army as we are. I ask the cooperation of all Bracers in Grand Cell, including Zin, of course. Okay. If we come in conflict with the Intelligence Division, we'll need all the help we can get. Ideally, we should have the cooperation of other branches, but the checkpoints have been completely sealed off as of today, ostensibly to foil any potential terrorist activity. What? So basically it amounts to martial law. So the enemy is finally moving at full tilt. This may be to stifle any activity on the part of the Royal Guardsmen in hiding, as well as ourselves. If we're going to conduct a rescue operation, we'll have to do it with the resources on hand. Oh, fun, but we're up for it. So do we have a solid idea of where the prisoners are being held? That's been on my mind for a while now, actually. I believe the most likely place to be the Arab Royal Villa. That's the building in the forest, right? It would make sense. If the soldiers are using it under the pretense of counter-terrorism, few would question it. And I can't imagine they'd want to lock a lady of the royal family in a cell in Leshton Fortress. Considering it's an army we're going to be going against here, I'd like a more solid confirmation, however. If we assaulted the wrong place, we'd have hell to pay for it. Yes, precisely. But in either case, we must assemble any bracers currently in the royal city. Could I ask you to assemble them here for me? Any information you could gather while doing so would be much appreciated. If I'm not mistaken, Estelle, you and your friends are acquainted with a reporter, correct? Oh, you mean Niall. Yeah, we should see if he's picked up anything significant. Also, we must attempt to enlist the aid of the guardsmen who are in hiding. If you can get them to contact me, it would be greatly appreciated. So in other words, we need to get in touch with Sister Julia. She helped us with the investigation before, so we should let her know what's going on. So off to the cathedral then. There are 4 other bracers in the city: Kurt, Grant, Karna, and Annalise. Check the bars and their usual hangouts. They may also be in the hotel. If you see them, please instruct them to come back here. Sure thing. Alright then, off we go. Alright, let's go and check out the board. Nothing on the board. Alright, let's go and visit Niall first. The office for the Liberal News is up around over here. No. It's over here. Yeah, this is the right way. Okay. We'll go visit Niall first, and then we'll go get the other guild members assembled. Alright. How do I get down there again? Oh, here we go. And I think this office is right... Yep, this is it. Let's go in. Alright. Should I talk to who or you? Let's talk to you. Ah, the airships are stopped. I was all ready to go cover the anteros and bows. Now I have to think of something else to write. Cruel fate, why do you mock me so? You were useless. Right, oh, here we are. This is weird, Chief. We haven't heard anything in 2 days. Well, he does tend to get completely wrapped up when he's looking for the next big story. But given how close we are to a state of martial law, I don't much like that he hasn't contacted us either. Oh, hi guys. Hello, Dorothy. Pardon us. Hey, it's the Tournament Champions. I am the editor-in-chief of the Liberal News. Niall and Dorothy have told me quite a bit about the two of you. Estelle and Joshua of the Bracers Guild, right? Good afternoon. It's a pleasure to meet you. I've always enjoyed your magazine. Ha ha ha. Well, that's always good to hear. Weren't you two doing something for Niall? Yes. That was what we were talking about. Actually, Niall hasn't shown up here today or yesterday. No words from him or anything. Huh? Yesterday or today. We spoke with him in the evening 2 days ago. Really? What do you mean, really? You gave us the message to meet him for a Deo's sake. We came here to talk to him after the semifinals. Oh, right. Now that you mention it. So did he say anything to you? Like where he was going? Researching on the article, someone had just called him. Went out to dinner. Someone just called him. Right, I remember what happened. He got a call from someone, then he said he had to leave. Are you serious? Yes. We haven't seen hide nor hair of him since. Oh no, I can't believe Niall's dead. What? Who said he was dead? Today is when all the airliner traffic gets shut down. Everything was normal yesterday, though, so maybe he went to another province. I already inquired the landing port's passenger registry, and there was no sign of him, so I figure he still has to be out somewhere in town. You two were the last ones to see the reporter fellow. Weren't you talking to him about something for a news article? Huh? These are the times we live in. Controlling the media is a big deal for the military. What do you think, Chief? I certainly can't argue with that. Particularly in the case of the Intelligence Division, they monitor and censor everything we do. You wouldn't believe how frustrating it is, which means that you can't get much information for your stories. But it's in a reporter's nature to want to get as much as possible into the hands of the readers. I see. So he went to check out a new subject that the Intelligence Division hasn't started censoring yet. What was that last thing he told us about? I think it was about the tournament winners and arranged marriage for Princess Claudia, Julia, and Canaan's history. An arranged marriage, it was, pretty sure. And the Duke mentioned something about it at the dinner party. Oh, Niall told you about that too? It'd make a hell of a story if it's true. He mentioned having to get some evidence at any cost. How did a reporter like Niall even learn about something like that? I'd have thought that something like that would be known only to the royal family. Well, he did say he's friends with someone who works in the Arab royal villa. Completely off the record, but terrorists are supposedly after the princess. So she's secretly staying in the villa for her own safety. I knew it! Ha! And the veil is lifted. Maybe the person he was talking to was his friend in the villa, which would mean that Niall's probably there too. You don't say. Well, if I know Niall, he probably tried to worm his way in for an interview with the princess. And if the soldiers saw him, they'd have arrested him on the spot. No, Niall's a goner. Why do you keep coming back to that? But if he has been arrested, getting him out isn't going to be easy. Yeah, I'm betting that he and the Princess Claudia are pretty much in the same situation. What exactly do you people know? Do you have inside information about what's going on in this city, in all of Liberal? Sorry, but we can't really talk about it. Just let the Bracers Guild take care of Niall. If he has been arrested, we'll see to it that he's released. Alright, please do whatever you can. Please, you guys, you gotta bring Niall back. Leave it to us.